I think it's bacon o'clock. What's going on, guys and girls? My name is James, or ThnxCya, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod spotlight. And today we are going to be taking a look at the fantastic Elemental Caves mod. So yeah, this is a very cool underground style generation cave coolness mod. And essentially what it does is it generates caves based off currently 3 elements which are found in Minecraft. So yeah, we actually have these 3, which are kind of like a little example. I'm going to be showing you the caves in a second. But the first one is this green one, which represents the forest caves, which spawn in forest and jungle biomes. And then we have this one, which is the ice caves, which spawn in snow plains and ice spikes. And then we have this very cool looking fire cave generation, which is spawning underneath deserts and savannas. So essentially these caves are here to kind of revamp that kind of mining experience, because we will have to dig some holes and mine some blocks and all that jazz. But yeah, this gives you a kind of like a cool alternative. And in these caves there are only blocks, like special blocks, that you can only find within these caves. So for example, there'll be special empowered crystals, there'll also be a unique ore, and as well as that, each cave has its own elemental property, which kind of like gives a slightly magical effect depending on which one you go down. So yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on the surface here. I'm going to go jump straight into a forest cave and we're going to take a little look around. Okay, so I got really lucky here whilst finding this one, and we're going to start from the beginning. So essentially, these caves are kind of like in a tier system. So what is kind of recommended is that you go for the forest caves first, which will then lead you to the ice caves, and then once you've harvested some stuff from the ice caves, you can go to the fire caves. It just makes it much easier to kind of utilize everything that's available, and you'll kind of see why I say that in a second. But yeah, how do you spot a forest cave? Well, very simple. You look for this new sort of green cobblestoney block, which is very pretty. And yeah, let's go and take a look. So I got lucky here because this is, ta-da! This is a ravine. Yeah. I was hoping to try and find some ravines for these because it's like the best way of showing you them. But as you can see straight away, we have some brand new blocks here. Let's go right down to the bottom. Bloop. We have got some brand new blocks here which all have special properties. So as I mentioned, all of these blocks that are found within these are unique and they contain like specialist abilities. So the first thing you'll see is across the whole floor, it's like this dark green grass type color, and this is called rich grass. And it's also when you hoe it, when you get dead hoe, it turns into rich soil. So the whole point of these caves are these things here. Now these are earth crystals, and essentially what these do is they are instant fertilization blocks. So essentially they're like super bone meal style things, and what these do is they fertilize any block nearby. So these are going to be amazing for setting up like a really quick farming style thing where you can get loads and loads of crops very quickly. And I think one of the good ways of showing you it actually would be to, as you can see, we're kind of like, if you can hear the background, loads and loads of things are just popping up all over the place. But if we grab ourselves a water bucket here and we grab ourselves an empty one, let's just pour some water on this. Destroy! Plop. Let's see what happens. Dun. So we've got rid of all of the random little crop style blocks. But what will happen is that, oh, there we go, straight away. Over time, which is pretty quick, they'll start to place more things. So you can use these to plant loads and loads of crops down here. Also, if you don't want to set up a farm in one of these ravine systems, you can actually break these blocks using Silk Touch Pick, and you can take them and transfer them to the surface. If you break them by hand, they are very slow and you won't get the block. So you're going to have to get some kind of like Silk Touch Pick in order to do that, but very cool. And the final thing that is down these cave systems is this item here, which is the ore, which is located with this cave system, and I've completely forgotten the name of it. It is called the fertile ore. Yeah, and the fertile ore can be made into an armor set and stuff. I'll show you all of the items and the blocks a little later on in the video, but I just kind of want to show you the cave systems first. Welcome to the Ice Cave. Yeah, this place is so cool, and yeah, welcome to the Ice Cave. So yeah, this thing is so cool visually. I love all of the blue colours, and this also contains some really cool special effects and some cool blocks and stuff which you can only find in these underground areas. Hello, sir. So, what's different about this one? Well, the first thing you'll notice is not as cluttered as those sort of forest biomes. So there aren't like crops and plants and grass and everything growing all over the place. But this thing does have its perils, and this is kind of like a step up from those forest ones, because what you may have noticed from sort of these particle effects is that when you are down here, because the temperature is so damn cold, and there's just random water, hello. Because it's so cold, you'll be kind of hit by this rolling slowness effect, which kind of, because it's so cold, you're really slow and you can only move at kind of a reduced speed whilst you're down here. And as well as that, the floor is covered in this block here, which is called ancient ice. So what this does is this kind of makes you slip around loads, and because you've got the slippy aroundness with the whole tiredness and moving slow type thing, it makes these much more dangerous to navigate, especially when you've kind of got mobs and stuff crawling around. So they do also get affected by it as well. As you can see, we've got the particle effects, but I thought I'd kind of keep the mobs in this one because we've got a spider and we've got a skeleton, and we did also have a witch, which is kind of just kind of chilling back there. But you may notice these blue things from the ceiling here, which is the main reason why you want to come down here, and these are the blue ice crystals. So you may have just seen that there. What they are doing is they are transforming blocks into ice, so they're like freezing different blocks, and these are going to be really useful when you're navigating the final tiered cave system, which is the fire one. So you're going to have to come down here to kind of get these kind of fancy schmancy blue blocks, because they're going to be really useful in navigating those hotter style areas, but they are kind of dangerous to get down here, especially if you get stuck behind some blocks and then Mr. Witch comes and tries to kill you. Yeah, but very cool looking, as you can see. Now, off the top of this area here, I'm not actually seeing the block which I'm looking for. So, yeah, let me go and have a look for them quickly, and I will be right back. So I managed to find some. We've got a couple of them over there, and we've got a couple of them over here. So one of the features about these ice cave type things is that you actually find this special type of lapis. Now, I think it's just normal lapis, to be honest, but it is called glacier lapis ore, so you can find that down here. However, the main reason why you want to come down here, as well as these blue ice crystals, is you want to come for the unique ore, which is called fresium. Now, the fresium also makes like a specialist armor set, so I'll show you all of those at the end of the video, but yeah, these are the two blocks that you want to come down here to find, and as well as that, grab yourself some of these awesome blue ice crystals, because, yeah, we're going somewhere far hotter. So here we are in our final cave, which is the fire cave. So as you can see, this place is absolutely brutal, and it's so hot down here that all of the floor is basically lava, so it's melted into lava. Now, you are going to have some pretty good gear in order to get down here, some fire protection potions, that kind of thing, some nice armor, and of course you need to utilize these really cool ice crystals that we found in the previous place. So if we kind of put one of those down, as you can see, what it does is it does slowly transform the floor from the lava into sort of bits of obsidian, which is going to be a little bit easier for you to kind of get from A to B. Now, you may be thinking, why would anyone want to come down here? It looks absolutely horrible. The reason why is because there are actually one very special block, which is this one, which is the Infernium Diamond Ore. Now, this block is actually found, oh god, down in this area. Now, that's another thing I forgot to mention. When you actually break one of these blocks, because you can kind of see it sort of moving, so when you break one of these blocks, it actually transforms instantly into lava, which is so brutal, it's unbelievable. So you're going to have to be careful, but there we go, that's perfect. So you're going to have to stick loads of these ice blocks down. But yeah, the reason why to come down here is because of these, which is a special diamond ore that generates double drops even without a fortune enchanted pickaxe. So yeah, kind of cool, right? You get loads and loads of diamonds if you come down here, but of course they are going to be really difficult to navigate. This is quite a small system compared to some of the other ones. I actually found a ravine of one of these, but it was so packed full of lava that it was pretty much impossible to kind of get around. But yeah, this is the fire area. So if you're wondering what these crystals do here, these are the fire crystals, and essentially what these do is they melt or set fire to nearly anything within an area of effect. So if you want to harvest these, you can, but it will have a pretty devastating effect. It will essentially set everything on fire. But yeah, I think the fire cave is really pretty looking. These ice crystals are going to be invaluable if you want to try and find those diamonds. They are pretty well hidden, but believe me, they are down here. I had to actually shove this one in myself because this is quite a small system all in all, and I'm not really seeing that many in this particular area, but I have actually seen them previously. Very cool looking. And in case you're wondering, oh god, in case you're wondering, they look like this from the top, so you can kind of isolate them very easily. But yeah, that is the fire cave. So I think we should kind of look at all of the items that we can get from this and kind of just do a little summary as to what you can expect. Okay, so now we've seen the caves in their natural habitat, we've sort of seen what they look like. What I'm going to do now is just recap and show you what to do with all of the resources that you have collected whilst you've been down here. So the crafting isn't 100% straightforward, there are a few little bits that I'm going to need to explain, so I'm going to try and do that as quickly and easily and straightforward as possible. So I've sort of isolated each cave into a little demonstration here, and yeah, let's start from the first one here. So we're going to do the forest cave. Now just to recap as to what you can get whilst you're down there, we have this soil here, which is important, which you can get out with a shovel. We have this fertile ore here, which isn't too useful, and then we have, of course, the forest gem, the green gems. The gems in each cave are 100% important because these are the base for every craft that you can do. So in this case here, when we break ourselves the forest gems, let's just break one of these bad boys here. It will give us these, which are called the forest shards. And if we break ourselves the fertile blocks, it basically just gives us bone meal. If we furnace it, it will give us bone meal. That's the least useful of any of the ores. But what can we do when we make this? Well, when we make ourselves these forest gems, then we can also make ourselves the full armor set. So we can make the earthen set in this case. It's very cool green color, chestplate leggings, swords, all that jazz. So how do we make the forest gems? Well, we actually need to go down to the nether. So we need to find ourselves this item first. So this is the crystal, no it's not, it's called the glistening ore. So when we break this, it looks a little bit like what's it called? Quartz, which is going to be slightly confusing to find, but it's called the clear gem, and then the clear gem is also used in with the shards in order to make the gems, which are the gems then make the armor. Whew. So, how to make the gems? Well, you're going to need a base element from each one of the caves. So in the forest case, it is the rich grass. So 4 rich grass, 4 forest shards from breaking the crystals, and then 1 clear gem from the ore in the nether, and then that will make the gem, and then the gems are then used to make the gear. So it's exactly the same recipes as vanilla, just with a different kind of stone in it. Exactly the same for the ice, but in this case we change the grass for the ancient ice, which is found on the floor, and we change the forest gems, the green ones, for the blue ones, and then the blue ones are used by breaking the ice crystals. So when we break the crystals, we get the shards, and then we get the gems from that, and then we can make all of the various gear. If we smelt one of the ores, which we find, let's actually run over there quickly. So we have the lapis, by the way, as well. The lapis is just lapis. But if we break this item here, which is called the fresium ore, and we smelt it, we actually get ancient ice, which is kind of cool. And then, of course, if we break these crystals here, we do get our shards, which are used in order to create the gems. Now, another item which you can't actually get just yet is this really cool kind of like blue water. I don't believe currently you can actually pick it up with a bucket, but I forgot what it's called now. It's called Ice Flow, and this doesn't do anything just yet, but it looks really, really cool, so I thought I'd show you that. Now, with the ice set here, we can make ourselves the fresium set. So this is the leggings and the chest plates, and then the shovels and the pickaxes. This is a bucket of ice flow, which I don't think you can get just yet. And then, of course, the shards make the gems in sort of conjunction with these bad boys, and then that will give you the armor set. And then finally, with the fire ones, we get ourselves the fiery gems here. Bloop. There we go. Oh god. It's hot. Which gives us the fire shards, and then the fire shards are used to make the gems, and then the gems are used to make this gear. This is like the top tier gear. It looks awesome, the Infernium chestplate and set. We should probably put this on. And then that will give you that. Of course, we do have these really cool diamonds, which will give you double or triple the diamonds or quadruple the diamonds that you would normally get. So from 2 there, we've got 5, which maybe one of them burn. I'm not too sure. And then, of course, this gem has a property to burn stuff, so this is why it's glass. Yeah, you can plop this down and then it will make loads of glass, which is pretty cool. But yeah, one final thing. Well, actually, 2 final things. Let's put this bad boy set on here. Let's just check it out. Yes, check this out. Oh yeah, so it looks really, really cool, very awesome set. But another thing which we can actually do is, if you don't want to use those gems in order to craft the gear, because you don't have to, if we actually grab them here, now you can use these as kind of like projectiles. So if we fire a frost gem, boop, like so, it will actually produce like a snow effect, which will freeze stuff. So if you throw that in water, it will freeze them. If you use the magma gem, let's just do this maybe on here. Oh god, oh god, oh my god, is this the armor set? Oh my god, I'm dying. What the hell? Okay, so the armor set when you walk has the ability to burn the floor. Oh my god. Okay, so I didn't know that. So each armor set is imbued with like a specialist ability. So this one makes you set everything on fire. Let's take those booties off, because they're quite dangerous. Wowzers. So yeah, if we throw the magma gem here, it will produce fire, so it will burn everything. And then if we throw ourselves the forest gem, whoa, okay, bone meal. It will produce like this bone meal effect, which is very, very awesome. Let's try the other boots whilst we're here, just to see if they do anything different. So these are the ice ones. Let's have a little run over there into the water. Dun 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 da 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 da. Does this do anything? Okay, so these ones don't do anything just yet. And then do the green ones do anything? I know I'm kind of on sand here, so it's not really going to affect it. Let's get up here if we can. Hang on. Just plop ourselves in here. Is that doing anything? No. So it just seems like the fire boots produce this insane kind of like fire path. But yeah, this was actually a mod that was developed in 96 hours, by the way, for the Mod Jam event. So there's going to be more updates and stuff to it, but I think it's really, really cool. I love the elements. I love the way you have to break the crystals to get the shards in order to make the gems, to make the gear. So it's, you know, it's something that's going to take some time. It's going to be enjoyable doing it, and it's really cool to kind of harness those elemental properties in order to make this mod work. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Which one is your favourite set? I really personally like the ice set. I think the ice caves are really, really cool. But yeah, let me know if you are Team Green, Team Blue, or Team Red. That's blue, that's red. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. If you can get over 1,000, that would be awesome. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, go for it. We do Minecraft done fun. But until next time, thank you once again for watching. It's been such a pleasure. As always, thanks. See ya.